Hey Labradoodle puppy lovers, we have a litter of Labradoodle puppies for you today. They are icky, sticky, and messy. We'll tell you all about why. And in today's video, we're going to talk about each of the puppies. This is their 4-week litter update. And we're also going to talk about enrichment, desensitization, toys, and how those 3 things all come together. Hi, I'm Claire from Van Isle Labradoodles, and these are the 7 Australian Labradoodle puppies from our Turkish coffee litter. These little Labradoodle puppies are all 4 weeks old, and this is a very significant time in their development. So first of all, let's talk about why all these puppies are all such an icky, sticky mess. Well, that's because they're eating solid food. You'll see it's kind of crusted on their back here. A couple of them have milk mustaches from their food, all sorts of little icky bits on them. So we don't like to wash puppies at this age all that frequently because they have very sensitive skin. So we want to be sure we don't disrupt that skin oil and dry out their coats or anything. And if you'll check out over here, you'll see that Mr. Green Collar is enjoying a very nice nap with his teddy bear. So this is part of what we're going to talk about today in the video, is what we put in with the puppies at week 4, why we put in the things we do, and how it really helps benefit you as the future puppy owner. So you'll see in the puppy pen right now, we have the teddy. Now the teddy's been in here with the puppies for the whole past week. Then we have this little rope chew that I'm holding onto here. It's very small, it's a little bit hard, but it's a very tiny one. We have the gnome over here, which is quite popular with everyone. And we have here this green piece of child's play equipment that it's the little wave. And over here we have our blue bucket chair. So what are all these things for, and why do we have these in here now? So let's start with the smallest, which is this little rope chew, which is quite popular right now with, I think this is silver collar. Yep, silver collar. The reason why we have this in here is because guess what? They have teeth. I can feel them. It's starting to hurt when they chew on me. They're also wanting to chew on everything and anything. So that, you know, sometimes we get very frustrated with puppies when we have them because we think, oh, are they ever going to stop chewing everything up? But it's because they have to. That's the only way their teeth come through. It's just like a 2-year-old always has their hands in their mouth or something in their mouth and they drool. Same thing for puppies, except for we don't get the drool. They're trying to get their teeth through. So we want to encourage them to be chewing because of course we want those teeth to come through and we want them to be able to move on to be eating raw food. Now these guys all have enough teeth that we will introduce the actual frozen and dehydrated raw to them, the freeze-dried raw to them rather, not dehydrated, in the next day or 2. We'll probably actually start doing that tomorrow. They have enough teeth now that they're able to process it. Now, dogs don't chew. Oftentimes I say to myself when I give my dog a treat, so let's say we've had some roast beef or a steak or something, I have a nice piece left and I offer to them as a real tasty treat and it just goes right down. And you think, well gosh, how did they even enjoy that? Because they didn't chew it. Well, dogs don't chew. Their teeth are not designed for chewing. They're designed to rip and tear and to be able to swallow large hunks of meat. Because if they were not here in my house and being fed by me, they'd be outside, they'd be wandering around, and their mom would be hunting and bringing back their prey for them. So sometimes that might be a mouse, sometimes that might be a rabbit, and sometimes it might be something that's a little larger. It also can be something that mom has eaten and regurgitated. So they need to be able to take large hunks of food and be able to swallow it easily and then have those large hunks of food digest easily in their stomachs. So that's why dogs have naturally acidic stomachs. It's so they can process food and bone without any problem. So here we are, we're going to build on that natural instinct and give them things to bite. So this little rope toy, it's easy for them to handle. It's not some great big thing that they can't actually negotiate, and it gives them some teething relief and also serves the purpose of starting to get those teeth through. So that's what this little toy is for. Hello babies, hi. This little wobble chair, now what is it here for? Two things. First of all, it's a surprising experience because it's not solid ground. So when we take the puppy and we put them in the chair, so they know what it does, holy cow, what's that all about? And they're going to want to come out right away right now because that's something unfamiliar. And you see little purple collar girl there, that's who I put in, going, oh, and she's probably not going to jump right into it at the moment. Now the other thing is this is hard plastic. So it makes some sounds, which is another good thing for them to get used to. And you can see already there's pink collar girl thinking, well, how can I get in here? And while I'm in here with them now, I'm going to give them a little help so they get used to it. Pink collar girl is quite adventuresome. She likes to try new things. The other thing you can see here, there's some gashes on it because they can chew on this. Now this is really hard. It's indestructible from puppy teeth. They can't possibly chew a piece of this plastic off, so this is a safe plastic chew option for them. But the primary purpose of this thing is to give them an unexpected experience, different movement, different sound, something that moves around, and something that will challenge their balance and give them a new bit of enrichment. Because this is exercise. This is exercise for their mind, it's exercise for their muscles, and it serves so many purposes. It enriches their mind because this is something that's stimulating, challenging, and new. So you don't want to just be giving your puppies things that do one thing. You want them to be able to do multiple things. You want to give them challenges all the time so that they're intellectually stimulated as well as physically stimulated, because now their little minds are starting to really develop. They're starting to recognize and remember things. So we want to make sure we get them all sorts of different experiences. So you see pink collar girl again. Today I guess she's going to be the star of our video. Now she's got the little rope toy. She's falling under this thing. She's bringing the rope toy over to the blanket, because it's a natural instinct for a dog to find something and then bring it back to their nest, if you will, so that they can then use it there. Little silver collar boy is complaining about something. It may be that he's got a little bit of sticky on him. We're going to give them all a little bit of a sponge bath after this video, just so that we can get some of this ickiness off of them and it doesn't feel so crunchy on their skin. Now you can see green collar boy, I think that's who that is, or are you purple? Nope, sorry, that's purple collar girl. She's running around, she's growling, she's got her mouth open, she's doing a couple of barks. She's just having a great time here, and she's just trying out all these new things that are in here. So she's going on a big circle around the blue wobbler without actually getting in it. Now over here we have Mr. Gnome. Mr. Gnome is a very nice toy. And all these things that you see in here today are things that are going to be in your puppy starter kit. Not a little tiny rope toy, but you'll still get a rope toy, and it will just be a different size. Oh my goodness, that's quite a bark you have. So Mr. Gnome, he has different textures to him. He's got some fleece, he's got this little beard, and then if you listen, he's got a super crunchy hat. This is totally new for puppies. And look at Pink. She's giving him a real serious look, wondering, what on earth is that? I have never heard that sound before. But you see, she is confident enough to go and try it out. They're all going to come in and have a little bit of a taste of Mr. Gnome and check him out. So again, Mr. Gnome is fulfilling more than one function. He's here to help desensitize them to an unexpected and new sound. He's also here to offer different textures and different feels on their feet, around their face, and of course in their mouths. So that's what Mr. Gnome is here for. Now Mr. Gnome will stay here for a couple of days, and then we'll take him out and we'll get a new toy. Because once they've played with this and once they've figured out that, oh yeah, he crunkles and he squeaks and he's got this kind of a feel, then he's sort of done. We've fulfilled his function, and we want to move on and introduce something new. So you can see Purple is really running around here, having a great time. He's just having a really, or she's just having a really good time. Everybody's having a little scratch, and that's because they do have a little bit of food stuck under their necks. They also just had all their collars moved when we were weighing them. So now they're just trying to get everything back in position. But you see the tails wagging on Pink here. Lots of engagement, lots of entertainment going on. They're really having a lot of fun. Now this green wavy piece of actually child's playground equipment is here. Again, for the same thing. It's soft. So we can't leave this with older puppies because they would just rip it to shreds. But with young puppies, it's a great thing for their teeth. And there you'll see Purple Collar Girl, who's our adventurer today. And she's already jumping right up off the ground up to the top part. So what this does is gives them a little bit of a slippery surface. So they're going to be on here and slip and slide a bit. Oh my goodness, what's the matter over here, Mr. Silver? Mr. Silver is having all sorts of complaining. So I'm just going to take his collar right off, put that over there, and see if I can find what it is that's giving him so much annoyance. Something is just itching him and aggravating him. So this is so the puppies jump up on something that has a different kind of surface. It's not flat like they've been walking on all the time. It's slippery, not like what they've been used to walking on. It's green. They can't maybe necessarily know it's green, but they definitely can see there's a color. And it's going to make them have different experiences. So they may be up here, they may tumble down, they may fall off. They have to actually jump to get up here. So develops all sorts of skills for them while they're running around, and also provides something fun to chew on without them being able to destroy it. Now this green piece of wavy equipment comes with many different parts to it. There's a round part, there's a two-part step, there's all sorts of things. So we'll reconfigure that and put different things in every day so that, again, they don't get bored, they continue to be stimulated and have different experiences. And now over here you'll see everybody starting to pile up in the corner. They're all hanging out with Mr. Bear, and they're all going to have a sleep. And you'll see that they pile right on top of each other. They don't care if they're sitting on top of somebody's head. I think that's Red Collar there, who's right on the top with his head resting, and they just want to get in there and find comfort. They're using the bear to replace Juniper. And you'll see Juniper's not in the video today because Juniper's working hard at weaning the puppies. So now when Juniper is in here with them, she still spends the night with them. What she does is she jumps up on top of the crate. That way the puppies can't get to her, but she's still here. The door is open so she can go out into her area where her bed is, but oh, they are big enough now that they can get in and out over that little bit of the fence that remains under the gate. And 3 or 4 of them, we find them with her in the morning in her bed out there. So when she really wants to get away from them and she doesn't want to feed them, or she's done with them, if their teeth are starting to bug her, because who wants to have teeth on their nipples? She's up here on top of the crate. So that's another purpose that the crate serves. So we try to get everything to be multi-purpose for everyone. So that's what the puppies are all up to this week, really starting to show their mental and physical development. And you'll see that Pink Collar just snuck in next to me. She's sleeping in the crate. What does this tell us? She's independent, and she is a very independent girl. She's showing us lots of confidence. She was the one that came out first to try the blue bucket. She was on the green thing first. She and Purple are both very adventuresome. They don't have any fear, and they like to be the leaders. Now, will that be the same next week? Your guess is as good as mine, but that's what they're showing us this week. Every puppy develops at a different rate, just like all of people. And so just because, let's use Pink, is up here and she's way out there right now, and she may continue that for 2 weeks, and then she may plateau, and she may be in the middle, or she may fall to the bottom, and someone who is at the bottom may end up being at the top. So just take everything each week that I tell you about the puppies and realize that it's all subject to change. So that's all we're going to talk about this week. Next week is our family visit for everybody. So you'll get to meet all the puppies in person and see how much the personalities have changed. At this puppy family visit, we will have all sorts of different toys and other things that come in your puppy starter kit. You'll see how the puppies are working with those and how much of a role these things play in their lives. So we think of toys as something that's fun, but when it's a toy for a dog, it serves a function and a purpose. So first of all, they have to be safe, they have to be age appropriate, and they have to fulfill something that either they're enriching the puppy's life or they are designed for, like this rope toy, to do a really specific purpose, like get their teeth to come through. So that's why we curate all of the toys that you find in your puppy starter kit. So think of your toys for your dog as equipment, not toys like we buy for kids. It's the same with food. When we say we use treats for our dogs, don't think of those as treats like we have for ourselves when we have a nice Purdy's chocolate, for instance, after a meal. Treats are nourishment, but that's how you pay your dog. And you have to pay your dog to do their job, because after all, you don't want to work for free, and neither does your dog. So those are all things to keep in mind. We're going to make the video a little bit shorter today because our other girl, Misha, is giving us some indications that she might be thinking about having her puppies today. So I don't want to leave her alone for more than a few minutes at a time. So now we're going to quickly go through all the puppies and give you their updated weights, and then we will sign off for today, and then we'll see all of our families on next weekend. Not this weekend, but next weekend. So first we're going to do blue collar, because we always do the puppies in birth order. So now I just have to get everybody all out of their comfy, cozy sleep positions and disturb them all so that I can actually get to all the puppies. And I think, Reynold, are there some behind the crate there that I can't see? I'm trying to find blue collar. Whoops, maybe you're blue collar here. This is all over the place we have puppies right now. So we're going to go on a little bit of a hide and seek for puppies. Hey, babies. Yeah, everybody's going to be mad at me because they have to wake up. They just had a big meal. This is Silver. And well, after they eat, they always go and have a sleep. And they naturally go somewhere where they're safe, protected, and they're all snuggled up. So this is blue collar, right? Yes. Hello, blue collar. Here we go. We have blue collar boy is our beautiful black sable boy. I'm sorry I woke you up, sweetie. And blue collar boy is now weighing 1.35 kilograms. And if I feel in his mouth, those canines are through, he's got teeth. So he's definitely able to move to the solid raw food. I'm going to slip them into the crate after I weigh them, or tell you their weights, so that I can have an easier time keeping them all sorted out here. Next we have green collar boy. Where are you, green? Green, 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 green. Oh my goodness me. Oh my goodness me. We should have corralled everybody while they were all out. Everyone I want is over in the farthest possible away spot. Mr. Green Collar Boy is very full of food. You can see it's all over his head. Somebody must have fallen in the dish and then stepped on his head. Oh, my little baby boy. This is our little curly chocolate phantom boy. And Mr. Green Collar is 1.52 kilos now. So he's coming along really nicely. Now slip you in with your brothers and your sister. Next we have Yellow Collar. Yellow Collar's right over here. Yellow Collar Boy is our chocolate phantom boy. This is our guy with the little white tip on his tail, and he's just a little handsome fellow. He's different from everyone else because he's not a sable. And Yellow is 1.61 kilos, so he is remaining as our biggest puppy in the litter. Want to go in here and sleep with your pals? Hey, that'd be a good plan? Excellent. Then we have Silver Collar. This is Silver Collar over here. I will just leave him there because he was a little fussy before. So you can see how the food just really crunches all over them. So like I said, we'll bath everybody after this video, and then we'll move them over to the raw. And once we move them over to raw food, they will not be all crunchy, because this is the pablum and pumpkin that's all sticky and crunchy all over them. Once they have the raw food, we just mix frozen or freeze-dried raw with goat's milk, and so it's not all sticky and it doesn't make such a mess all over them. Next we have red collar. Red collar is using the teddy there as a very nice pillow. Hi, handsome man. Hi. Hi, buddy. Hi, look at you. Mr. Red Collar is a black sable boy, and Red Collar is 1.55 kilograms. So he and Silver and Yellow are all really very close in size. It's really nice to see that the weights are fairly consistent in the litter. That always makes me feel good, makes me know that everybody is getting a good amount of nutrition, that they are all able to access both the milk bar and the solid food on an equal footing. Pink is next, and Pink is way back in the crate here. She was the first one to go in here. Hello, Pinky. Pink is still the smallest in the litter, and Pink is also a black sable girl. I think you got a little bit of fluff on you there from your crate bed. Even though she's got lots and lots of brown, she's already starting to lighten up and clear out, as we call it, with the sable coat. And you can see she's got that pretty bit of white under her chin and on her paws, and she has the tiniest tip of white at the end of her tail there, and it couldn't be any smaller. I don't know when she gets older if you'll be able to see that at all, but it's there. Yeah, it's there. And Miss Pinky Collar Girl is 1.23 kilos. Yay, she finally broke the 1 kilo mark. What a good girl you are. And last but not least is our pretty little Purple Collar Girl. Purple Collar Girl is our other one with curly hair in this litter. It's green and purple with the curls. And Purple is a chocolate sable. Whoopsies, somebody behind me, I don't want to sit on somebody. And this little girl, she and Pink, it's funny, the girls are good friends. The girls seem to know they're both girls. They probably can tell maybe from their smells, I'm not sure. But they do hang out a lot together. Oh my goodness, you got a little bit of food stuck in your paw there. There we go. And they're both very confident, outgoing puppies, these two. And Purple Collar is 1.41 kilograms. So we'll see if she wants to sleep on the little wave thing here. And then when we're finished with this video, we will get Teddy back, and we will move their blanket that I'm sitting on here over to here, because this is their corner for sleeping. This is where they've always had their external bed, and that's why they all congregate in this corner here. And we'll just push the crate back so that they have less space to go back there, but they'll still find a way to go in and hide in there. So hope you enjoyed the video. Please give us a thumbs up if you have a moment to do so. If you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. It really helps us out when you do that. And please, if you have any questions or comments, please post them in the comments below. I always respond to everybody, and I love hearing your questions, helping you out with anything. You don't have to have a Labradoodle from Van Isle Doodles. You don't even have to have a Labradoodle. You can have a puppy from anywhere, and if you have a question, I'm always happy to share what little bit of knowledge I may have that might help you out. And thanks so much for watching. There'll be no video next week because it is our puppy family visit. So we will see you again when these puppies are 6 weeks old. We'll see you then. Bye-bye.